everybody, how are you? So today I thought it would be fun to share with you some of our top favorite Netflix shows that we've been binge watching all summer. So we are in love with Netflix, to tell you the truth. We love it so much that we have quit our cable provider altogether because we're trying to save money in that sense, and cable bills can get expensive and pricey. So what we did was we bought an Amazon Fire Stick. It's kind of like it makes your TV into a smart TV, and it's the easiest thing. And with that, you can download different apps like Hulu and Netflix and Sling. And currently, we are loving Netflix. So we have I think there's about 4 or 5 shows that we are truly binge watching this summer. And some of them are really old ones, like from the 70s and 80s, even further back, but and some are newer ones. So our first show that we are in love with, which is a new one to us, but to all of you, you guys have probably been watching it for a while now, it is Homeland. And Homeland's been going on, I think they're in their 6th season, but we just started season 1 like 2 weeks ago, and we are hooked, you guys. Partly because it's about military and the Marine Corps, and Rich is a Marine, and so we kind of relate to it in that sense, but it's just really good writing. And so we'll start off the night and we'll be like, okay, we're gonna watch 1 episode and that's it, and we have to cut ourselves off, and then we realize it's like 3 episodes later and we're still watching and we're hooked. And every episode, they leave you hanging with, you know, this suspense that you just have to know what's going to happen next. So Homeland is one of our top choices at the moment. Okay, so our second show that I'm going to share is Fixer Upper. And so I love Fixer Upper. I love Chip and Joanna, who are a married couple who live in Waco, Texas, and they go around and they refurbish and redesign and just totally change and mold these old farmhouses and older homes into these beautiful kind of shabby chic with a little bit of like industrial metals and wood and white everywhere. I mean, they just make these homes beautiful. So I kind of already go and love some of that kind of design anyway for the home. And so I don't know, and they're fun to watch. Joanna's kind of, she's the decorator and she's got the artistic flair, and Chip, her husband, is definitely the builder and the contractor, and he knows the business of it, you know. So anyway, we love this show. Check it out. It'll totally make you want to redo your entire home, but they do everything, kind of some of it on a budget. They antique. They go antique hunting, and she just turns something that you would look at and think this is trash or junk, and she just recreates it and makes it beautiful. So check out Fixer Upper. Okay, so here we are with show number 3. Show number 3 is actually a really old one. It's not super old, but it's back from when like I was a child, like from the 80s, and it's Cheers. Who doesn't love Cheers? Everybody knows the intro. I haven't seen like any of Cheers. I remember it briefly, like in the 80s and 90s. I think my parents would have it on or something, like passing by. I don't think they were like super into it, but I know, you know, the show from that era, that generation. Apparently Rich has seen like so many of them when he was little, so it's kind of funny because I think my aunt was here like helping to babysit the boys one night, and she happened to put on Netflix and she started watching Cheers. And Rich, I was like, oh, I've never seen that one. That's funny. And so he was like, well, let's watch them all from the beginning. So I think we're on season 3 right now. And we kind of move back and forth between like Cheers and Fixer Upper, and then we go to our drama over to Homeland, and it's fun. So that's kind of where we're at right now. It's kind of an oldie but goodie, and you kind of realize too, like some of the jokes kids wouldn't necessarily get if they're in the room, but adults would. But the comedy is just so much different. It's better, I think, in some ways, but it's also a lot more subtle, and it's not as risque as nowadays. Hey, you guys, so the 4th show that we have been watching is called The Andy Griffith Show. I'm sure you guys have all heard of this show. It's an American classic with Aunt Bee and Barney and Andy and Opie and just all the famous characters from that television show. But it's actually one that Robbie, our 5-year-old, just loves. And I just love watching him watch these shows because through this, he's actually experiencing a lot of things that we don't see every day, like having a paper route. Like, when was the last time you saw a paper boy? Okay, so we love the Andy Griffith Show because I feel like it instills morals and values, and it shows people, everyday people in a family, just living life, and it's wholesome, and the story plot is good and innocent, and it's something that we don't see too often these days in general public or especially on television. So I think it's a great one for the entire family. So the 5th show that we have to share with you is called Chef's Table. There are 2 or 3 seasons of it on Netflix currently, but Rich and I love this. We've watched this for a few years now. I love to cook, and so it kind of It's interesting because the chefs, they'll have a different chef on like each episode, and they'll take you to different parts of the world. So we hope you enjoy watching some of these shows that have been our favorite on Netflix. And if you have any that we have not covered or that you'd like to share, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you with our next video.